Greetings, I am Enigmadness, your narrator on this dark odyssey through the most enigmatic stories. Join me as we delve into the hidden chronicles behind the top 10 underwater natural disasters, where the depths of the sea conceal catastrophic forces that have impacted humanity. 1. 2004 Indian Ocean earthquake and tsunami. On December 26, 2004, an underwater earthquake with a magnitude of 9.1-9.3 struck the Indian Ocean, generating one of the most devastating tsunamis in history. The giant waves affected 14 countries, killing approximately 230,000 people and displacing millions. This disaster highlighted the need for early warning systems and international coordination to respond to such events. The energy released by the earthquake was equivalent to 23,000 Hiroshima atomic bombs, with waves reaching heights of up to 30 meters in some coastal areas. The destruction was massive, affecting entire communities and triggering a large-scale humanitarian crisis. Besides human losses, marine ecosystems also suffered, with significant damage to coral reefs and marine life. 2. 1883 Krakatoa eruption. The eruption of the Krakatoa volcano in 1883 is one of the most violent ever recorded. Located in the Sunda Strait between the islands of Java and Sumatra, the eruption generated tsunamis that killed more than 36,000 people. The explosion was so powerful that it was heard over 3,000 miles away, and the volcanic ash affected global climate for years. The collapse of the volcano created a series of shock waves that propagated through the ocean, generating waves up to 40 meters high. The ash expelled into the atmosphere caused global cooling and spectacular red sunsets due to the scattering of sunlight. This event demonstrated the destructive power of underwater volcanoes and their capacity to affect global climate. 3. Stga submarine landslide. About 8,000 years ago, a massive underwater landslide known as the Stga slide occurred off the coast of Norway. This event triggered a huge tsunami that affected the coasts of Norway, Scotland, and other areas of the North Atlantic. The resulting tsunami is believed to have had a significant impact on prehistoric human populations in the region. The landslide moved approximately 3,000 cubic kilometers of sediment, generating waves up to 20 meters high. This event is associated with the collapse of large ice sheets at the end of the last ice age, which may have destabilized sediments on the seabed. The Stga slide is one of the largest events of its kind ever recorded. 4. Lake Nyos disaster. Though not a traditional marine disaster, the release of carbon dioxide from Lake Nyos in Cameroon in 1986 is a reminder of the hidden dangers beneath the surface of bodies of water. The volcanic lake released a deadly cloud of CO2 that killed more than 1,100 people and thousands of animals in surrounding villages. The event was caused by a sudden release of CO2 that had accumulated in the depths of the lake due to underlying volcanic activity. The gas cloud displaced oxygen in the air, asphyxiating people and animals within a 25-kilometer radius. This disaster prompted the installation of degassing systems in volcanic lakes to prevent future events. 5. 1815 Mount Tambora eruption. The eruption of Mount Tambora in Indonesia in 1815 is the most powerful recorded in history. Although not exclusively underwater, it had a significant impact on the oceans. The explosion caused a tsunami that devastated nearby islands and triggered global cooling known as the year without a summer. Lower temperatures and extreme weather conditions led to crop failures and famines worldwide. Mount Tambora ejected approximately 160 cubic kilometers of volcanic material, and the ash column reached a height of 43 kilometers. The magnitude of the eruption and its climatic effects were unprecedented, affecting communities around the globe. 6. 1755 Lisbon earthquake. The Lisbon earthquake of 1755, one of the most destructive in European history, also generated a powerful tsunami. The underwater earthquake off the coast of Portugal caused waves that swept over Lisbon and other coastal areas. The estimated magnitude of the earthquake was 8.59, and the resulting tsunami affected the coasts of North Africa, the Caribbean, and as far as North America. The earthquake and tsunami destroyed much of Lisbon, killing tens of thousands of people. The disaster had a profound impact on European society and philosophy, influencing Enlightenment thinkers like Voltaire. The event also led to some of the earliest seismic studies and tsunami mitigation measures. 7. Gulf of Mexico oil spill. In 2010, the explosion of the Deepwater Horizon oil rig in the Gulf of Mexico caused one of the largest environmental disasters in history. The explosion killed 11 workers and resulted in an oil spill that released millions of barrels of crude oil into the ocean. The pollution affected vast areas of the marine ecosystem, with devastating consequences for marine life and fishing industries. The oil spill was caused by a failure in the underwater well, allowing oil and gas to escape to the surface. Containment and cleanup efforts lasted for months, and the environmental impact is still felt today. The disaster highlighted the need for strict regulations and safety practices in offshore oil exploration and production. 8. Kikam-Jenny submarine volcano eruption. Kikam-Jenny is an active underwater volcano located 8 kilometers north of Grenada in the Caribbean. Since its discovery in 1939, it has had several eruptions, the most recent in 2015. Kikam-Jenny's eruptions have the potential to generate tsunamis that could affect Caribbean islands and the coast of Central and South America. The volcanic activity of Kikam-Jenny is closely monitored by scientists to predict eruptions and minimize risks to nearby communities. Although the eruptions have not caused significant damage so far, the potential for a disaster remains, and precautionary measures are essential for the safety of the region. 9. 2011 Tohoku earthquake and tsunami. On March 11, 2011, a 9.0 magnitude earthquake struck the northeast coast of Japan, generating a devastating tsunami that killed more than 15,000 people and left thousands missing. The giant waves damaged the Fukushima nuclear plant, causing a nuclear crisis that continues to have repercussions today. The Tohoku earthquake and tsunami were among the most costly natural disasters in history, with damages estimated in the hundreds of billions of dollars. The emergency response and reconstruction efforts have been extensive, but the impact on affected communities and the environment persists. 10. 2022 Tonga hapai submarine volcano eruption. On January 15, 2022, the eruption of the Tonga hapai submarine volcano in the Pacific Ocean generated a tsunami that affected the islands of Tonga and caused damage to coastal areas as far away as Peru and the United States. The eruption was one of the most powerful in recent years, releasing a significant amount of ash and gas into the atmosphere. The resulting tsunami and atmospheric shock waves were felt worldwide, and the volcanic ash column reached the stratosphere, affecting climatic conditions and causing health problems on nearby islands. The Tonga hapai eruption underscores the destructive power of underwater volcanoes and the need for constant monitoring to mitigate future risks. And thus we conclude this gripping yet terrifying story about the most impactful underwater natural disasters. Each catastrophe we've explored reminds us of the immense force of Mother Nature and the fragility of our lives in the face of it. But remember, these stories don't end here. They remain trapped in the shadows of your consciousness, waiting to be discovered once more. If you enjoyed this experience and want more stories like this, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to join our next journey in search of the unknown. Until the next adventure, intrepid explorers.